I've just discovered that I've been inadvertently cheating at Crokinole for over 40 years. In fact, I've been breaking 4 different rules. In case you didn't know the official rules of the game, the ones they use for the World Crokinole Championships, here they are. And now that I know, you can be sure I'll adhere to the one cheek rule all the time. In about 5 minutes, these are the 21 rules you need to know to play Crokinole. This is Legendary Tactics. Number 1. The object of the game is to shoot your disc, attempting to knock your opponent's disc into the ditch or into a lower scoring position. Number 2. Discs are shot only with a finger unless participating in a game designed for use of cues. Number 3. During a shot, only the shooting hand and associated arm can come into contact with the board or table. Number 4. Players cannot intentionally move the board, table, or chair in an attempt to gain an unfair advantage. Number 5. Players must shoot from between their quadrant lines and touching the outer ring. A disc may exceed, but it must remain touching the contestant's quadrant line. This is good to know so that you can get that extra half inch on every shot. Number 6. A shooting disc cannot be placed on the board until it's your turn. All shots must be initiated from a flat position. And once your hand is in a shooting position and the disc leaves your finger or cue, a shot is judged to have taken place, so make it count the first time. Number 7. Play progresses clockwise around the board. Number 8. A disc that stops on the playing surface and is touching the outer line is deemed out of play and must immediately be placed in the ditch. There's no mercy in this game. Number 9 is one that I've inadvertently been breaking. Neither the board nor the chair of any player may be moved while the game is in progress. This includes no tipping of the chair, so don't sneak that extra lean in. Number 10. I've also missed this one when I was learning, but you need to know that when a player is shooting, at least one portion of the posterior must be in contact with their chair. This is known as the one cheek rule, and at no time may any part of the body except the feet touch the floor. No other means of support is allowed while taking a shot. Number 11. Before shooting, a player must wait until all motion of the discs from the previous turn have ceased. Number 12. Players take turns attempting valid shots, shooting 1 disc per turn. I'll get to valid shots a little bit later. After each turn, 20s sunk will be removed and placed in a designated area visible to all players for scoring and bragging at the end of the round. A round ends when all players have shot the designated number of discs. I usually shoot 6 per side. The first shot for each subsequent round will alternate between players and teams moving in a clockwise direction. 13. Another of the rules that I didn't know is that if there are no opposing discs in play, then a player's shot must play to the middle. And this means that at the end of the shot, at least one of the player's discs involved in the shot must be at least touching the 15 line or remain inside the 15 circle. This would include a 20 in the center hole. This can be achieved by a direct shot or in combination with discs already in play. All these years, I've been tucking my puck just shy of the post in the 10 circle. Guess I won't be doing that anymore. So, what constitutes a valid shot? Number 14. If any opposing discs are in play, at least one of the shooter's discs must strike an opposing disc, either directly or in combination by bumping one of his or her discs already in play into an opposing disc. Number 15. If a valid shot is not made, then the shooter's disc and all the other discs of the same color that were struck, including any 20s, shall be removed from play. Ouch, that's harsh. You have to be really careful. Number 16. If a disc touches or crosses the outer line but does not leave the raised playing surface, you know those ones that just hang on the edge and then it returns under its own momentum to end up inside the outer line? It's still in play. Good to know that these rules do show some compassion. Number 17. An out-of-bounds disc that slaps the side of the board or re-enters the playing surface, that one gets removed from play. Any discs on the playing surface that were moved by the re-entering disc, they also remain in their new position, and if any 20s are made, they actually still count. On to the scoring. Number 18. The value of a disc flat in the center hole is 20 points. Inside the pegs, that's 15. Outside the pegs is 10, and the outer circle, that's 5. Number 19. Sadly, a disc touching the line of a dividing circle is always counted at the lower value. Number 20. Only one player or team scores each round. To count points easily, remove the buttons of equal value from both sides. Rule 21. The player or team with the higher score after a round shall receive 2 points. If the round is tied, each player or team receives 1 point, and you get 0 points for a loss. The official scorecard looks like this. Now, if you've been wondering why I've got those 4 extra red holes in this beautiful Tracy board, it's because it's a 5-hole variant board. The red holes subtract 10 points from any pucks that are unlucky enough to be guttered there. If this video has been helpful to you, please subscribe and stab the like button. Now get out there, get gaming, and be legendary.